Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm going to be doing a Shaddoll Dinosaur deck profile. So this is actually one of my favorite decks. I really enjoy playing this deck because you can actually play some really big boss monsters like Ultimate Conductor, Tyranno, and even El Shaddoll Construct, and El Shaddoll Winda that just prevents your opponent from special summoning and you from special summoning but once per turn, which is not that big of a deal, but it can really hinder your opponent more than you. So let's get straight on this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell on there so you can become a part of the notification squad, and let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is kind of like BLS in this deck, because basically you just have to banish 2 dinosaur monsters from your graveyard in order to special summon this card, and you can destroy 1 monster in your hand or field, and if you do, change the all face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense, and then it can attack once each on all of them. And at the start of the damage step, this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent, and send it to the grave, which is extremely powerful, especially for having 3,500 attack. It's just it is just such a good card to have as a 2 of in this deck. Like, I almost want to play 3 of it, but it's so easy to search. So then I play 1 copy of Overtex. Overtex is basically just here to send to the graveyard to add evolution pills from our deck to our hand. The double evolution pill is basically the only reason this card's in the deck. You send it to the grave, and then you get to add it from your deck to your hand. Then we play 3 copies of Dino Wrestler Prankatops because it is a dinosaur deck, and it does actually really fit in here. You can special summon this card from your hand like a Cyber Dragon if you have no monsters you control. And the other cool effect is that you can tribute 1 Dino Wrestler monster, which is always going to be Prankatops, to destroy 1 card on your opponent's side of the field, which is really cool that it can go 1 for 1 just for being able to just pop 1 card on the field. And it's a 2,600 body if it doesn't pop something. Then we play 1 copy of Giant Rex. Giant Rex is basically just here because you need it. You need it because if it's banished, you get to special summon it once per turn, but it can't attack directly. But it's still a 2k body that you can attack your opponent with. 3 copies of Soul Eating Oviraptor. Soul Eating Oviraptor is basically the searcher of the deck. If it's normal or special summon, you get to take a dinosaur type monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard, which can be beneficial to give your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno some food to be able to special summon itself, or add the Ultimate Conductor from your deck to your hand. This is what I'm saying about just playing 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This searches it. So you basically are playing 5 copies of it in the deck anyways, so it's not that big of a deal to just play it like this. Then we play 3 copies of Miscellaneousaurus. Miscellaneousaurus is such a good card in this deck. Like, it is absolutely crazy how good this card is, because it's like playing 3 more of each dinosaur type monster. So basically what it does is you can discard it from your hand to the graveyard, and during the main phase, you can send it from your hand to the grave. And if you do, dinosaur type monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's card activated effects. And when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it and any number of dinosaur type monsters from your graveyard to special summon a dinosaur type monster from your deck equal to the level as the amount that you banish. So, like, for instance, if I banish Miscellaneousaurus plus 3 other dinosaur type monsters, I can special summon Soul Eating Oviraptor directly from my deck. Then activate Soul Eating Oviraptor's effect and add Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, banishing 2 other dinosaur type monsters, special summon it, and then you just get these broken boards. So for the final dinosaur type monster, we're playing 1 copy of Jurassic Apaleo or Aleo or whatever you want to say, the Jurassic Tuner monster that you can synchro summon your World Legacy Idly, I believe is her name. Yeah, Ib, the World Chalice Jurisdictor, to search your copies of World Legacy Succession. So that's basically the big way that we summon that card. Or you can actually synchro into High Speed Roid Chambara. Or if you special summon your Prankatops first, you can go into a Borreload Savage Dragon off of this card if you have a Link monster in your graveyard. So it has a lot of benefits to playing this 1 card, and it's really easy to get into a lot of different plays with this. So for the Shaddolls, I play 1 more than I think a lot of people play, and that is 1 copy of Falco, which is what a lot of people don't play. I think Falco is really good in the late game, because if you flip it face up, you get one of your Shaddolls back, which a lot of the times you're going to be sending your Shaddolls to the graveyard anyways. 1 copy of Dragon. Dragon is so good in this deck that it's ridiculous. Basically, when it's flipped face up, it compulses an opponent's monster, and if it's sent to the graveyard, it MSTs a spell or trap. And then 1 copy of Beast. Beast is so good in this deck because you can send it to the graveyard, and when it is sent to the graveyard, you get to draw a card, and if it's flip face up, you get to draw 2 and then discard 1, which can really turn the entire tide of the game around. It can really be kind of crazy what you can do with the beast plays of getting, you know, just extra card advantage that it's just crazy. So then we play one copy of Glow Up Bulb as an Earth target. It's another Earth target for our Shaddoll fusion, and it helps us synchro and even link summon in this deck, because all you have to do is send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and you can just send, you know, if you send Giant Rex to the grave or you send Miscellaneousaurus, you're getting advantage off of just getting him in the graveyard. Then we play 3 copies of Ash Blossom and 2 copies of Effect Veiler for our hand traps, just to kind of round out the deck. And also, the Effect Veilers are actually targets for Construct as well, if you want to go that route and you really want to get Construct out of the deck as quickly as possible. So, that's it for the main deck monsters. Let's get into the spells. So this is in my top 30 favorite deck profiles for hitting 10,000 subscribers, guys, and I'm really excited to show you this one too. So we're going to be playing 1 copy of World Legacy, Succession, and a Monster Reborn, just to have those extra revivals on the field. Foolish Burial, because we can send our Shaddolls to the graveyard and other cards in the deck like Giant Rex to the grave, and Overtext to the grave as well, just to get those extra plays. 2 double evolution pills. If I don't get it off of Overtext, I'm going to draw it. You get to banish a dinosaur type monster and a non-dinosaur type monster, which is really easy with the Shaddolls to be able to get a level 7 or higher dinosaur type monster from your deck to your hand, or you special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. So you just automatically summon out your ultimate Conductor Tyranno off of this like every single time. Then we play 3 copies of Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave just prevents our opponent from hand trapping us. 3 copies of Fossil Dig. Fossil Dig searches any dinosaur type monster from your deck that is a level 6 or lower, which is basically anything but Ultimate Conductor, Tyranno, Prankatops, or Overtext, which is really not that big of a deal because the majority of the time you're going to be searching Overtext or Soul Eating Overraptor anyways. And once you search your Soul Eating Overraptor, you're just going to add whatever the other one you wanted to your hand anyways, which is going to thin your deck even more. 3 copies, or our fusion spells, we're playing 3 copies of Shaddoll Fusion because this is our main way to summon our Shaddoll monsters, besides 3 copies of Super Poly, because Super Poly is really stupid. I'm really amazed that this card is at 3. You just discard a card from your hand, and then you fusion summon from your extra deck using monsters from either side of the field to summon it, and it's technically a speed spell 4, because it can't be negated. Like, you cannot negate it. So, the targets that you have for this are just abundant in the extra deck. I play 5 targets for Super Poly, so it's just really crazy and really easy to get off. Like, you can get this card off so easily, and the majority of decks are dark anyways, so we're going to be playing the 3 copies of Super Poly. So, that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing 1 copy of El Shaddoll Construct because she is the best card ever printed, in my opinion. I know she's probably not, but she's one of my favorite cards of all time, which is why this deck is one of my favorite decks of all time, is because you can play Construct. 1 copy of Winda. Winda, I really wanted to play it too, but I cut her down to 1 because I had so many other things that I wanted to play in this extra deck, and you only ever really go into 1 anyways. 1 copy of Shikanaga, it's really easy to go into this too, and the only other Shaddoll that I really wanted to play in here is Greista because of Salamangrates, but I feel like Salamangrates are going to get neutered on the next list, and I have other options for that, and I felt like it would be good with Super Poly, but I have something else to handle that. So then I play 1 copy of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon because it is another target for Super Poly, just fusing 2 dark monsters on the field into it. And then 1 copy of Mud Dragon, which is kind of like my catch-all. Basically, you just have to take 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types. So you can get your Salamangrates, catch them off guard with Super Poly and this really, really easy because the majority of them are different types, I believe. And you just catch them off guard with this. So it's really easy to just get them with that. Because a lot of decks are mono attribute decks anyways. So this card just comes in so handy with Super Poly. Like, it's ridiculous how good this card is with Super Poly. 1 copy of Trish, because it's really easy to go into Trish with the Glow Up Bulb or the Jurassic or Jirac tuner monster. It's really, really, really easy to go into this with just 2 level 4s in this. Or 2 level 4s and a tuner monster. Borlode Savage Dragon, another easy one to go into in this deck. You just basically go Prankatops plus the tuner into this, which is super easy, and you don't even use up your normal summon the majority of the time when you do that. 1 copy of High Speed Roy Chambara, really easy to go into. into this deck as well, and it helps you OTK your opponent. And then Ib, the World Chalice Jurisdictor. This card is awesome, awesome, awesome. Basically, if it's used as synchro, you can, when it's synchro summon, you get to add a World Legacy card from your deck to your hand, which is just really crazy. And you just instantly add a monster reborn directly from your hand to your deck to your hand, which is really, really cool. And it's a tuner monster as well, which doesn't come up that often. Usually I just get the synchro. I bring her out, and then I instantly go for a Link monster after I summon her to get that revival, which is just really awesome. But basically she searches Monster Reborn, or she searches World Legacy Succession, which is Monster Reborn. 1 Dolka and 1 Logia. I just play 1 and 1. Because I just feel like you only need 1 and 1 now. The deck is so fast, you only are ever going to summon this going first. You're never going to summon this going second, in my opinion, because you want to put this on board to stop your opponent. 1 Daigusto Emerald for later in the game. You can put 3 of your dinosaurs back into your deck and then draw a card, which is really nice. And we don't play any non-effect monsters, so this doesn't really apply. 1 copy of Boilsword to OTK, Unicorn to bounce stuff, Cyframe Lord Lambida. Basically, you can put anything you want in this position that's a generic Link monster. I just put this in here because it just requires 2 monsters, and I do side normally in most of my decks the Cyframe engine, and so this is a really good card to have just in general. And then 1 copy of Reproductoclops or whatever it is, the Dinosaur Link monster. I just play this because it's a good one of, because you can declare a attribute and make them all attributes that same attribute, which helps our Shaddolls. And it really makes it easy to go into Starving Venom. If you can make this and you have a Super Poly, you can call Dark and then Super Poly their opponent's monsters away. So this card is really, really good in this deck, and I highly recommend playing this as a one of, and then this. So this is a combo right here with Super Poly. So anyways, guys, that's it for the deck. I really hope you enjoyed this one. It's a really fun deck to play around with. I highly recommend it. There's no real wrong way to play Shaddoll Dinos. You just put a bunch of dinosaurs together and you put Shaddolls in it. Like, that's it. It's really fun, and I highly recommend it. You guys should totally give it a try. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell on there so you can become a part of the notification squad. And thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys.